Would you rather be a millionaire for a day and then lose $500,000? Or would you rather have $500,000 and lose nothing? The end result is exactly the same, but the framing bias is a case where we're influenced by how that information is presented and the context of that delivery. Even if the end result is the same, the way information is presented can make a difference and yield a bias in our opinions. This is something you'll see exploited to try to get us into a certain frame of mind and then take a certain course of action. As an example, we could look at an item on a store shelf with the words 75% fat-free. That means it's 25% fat, which is not particularly good in a lot of cases. In the end, the information is exactly the same. It's just the way it's presented that introduces us to become biased or preferential to one over the other. In sales, you might see an offer of $100 off a $1,000 computer. That's normally more appealing than 10% off a $1,000 computer. Again, exact same amount, it's $100 off. But with smaller amounts, it's the percentage that's preferred. Would you rather have 10% off a $30 book or $3 off a $30 book? So you can start seeing how this bias can start creeping in. And this becomes something that's really important when we do things like data analytics. We can be in a situation where the way that we present or frame the information, for example, if I say something along the lines of we have a 10% reduction in something that's negative, 10% might seem that's great, we've reduced it by 10%, but it might still be something that overall is still not a good situation to be in. So we've stopped losing money. How much have we lost? We've lost 10% less money than we did last month, but the reality is we're still losing money. So this framing bias is something that we have to look for. It can be in written text, it can crop up in conversation. You can also be the way that we're influenced by the things around something. For example, you may have heard of a Silicon Valley executive called Elizabeth Holmes. She founded a company called Theranos a few years back, and that's a whole topic unto itself. There's lots of videos on the internet about Theranos. But let's just say that the belief is she wasn't exactly what she portrayed to the world. Specifically, she apparently spoke in a deeper tone of voice than her natural voice. And this deeper tone of voice created a framing bias in those listening to her. She may have come across as being more serious and more factual because she spoke in a deeper tone at a slower pace. And a lot of different things will happen in stores, for example. They will take products, take an Apple store, for example. They will create an entire environment where that's minimalist, it's clean, it's modern, and that potentially creates a bias to the products within that store. Whether the iPod is in a Walmart, or iPod, I guess it's an iPhone now, iPods are going away, but whether it's an Apple product in a Walmart, or an Apple product in a Best Buy, or an Apple product in an Apple store, it's the same Apple product. But for a lot of people, the framing bias of going to the Apple store to get that product will create a more appealing interaction, and they may be more likely to buy that product in the Apple store. And that's why a lot of times even a product line like Apple will change the area of Walmart or the area of Best Buy where their products are featured. It's quite interesting, and it's something that you'll start noticing more as you start looking at different data sets and as you start looking at different types of advertising especially. Even this YouTube channel. I mean, I like to think I have a pretty nice studio set up. My wife designed it for me, and this may frame your opinion of the information that I'm giving you. Obviously, I want all the information you're getting from this channel to be useful, and even if I was delivering this from, a park bench or something, you'd still say, oh, that's interesting, it's making me think. But I am creating a bit of a framing bias by creating a studio here that kind of looks lit properly and those types of things. The thumbnails that I choose to get you to click and watch the video, these all create a context that makes you have an opinion about the information you're about to receive or the quality of that information. If you did think this was quality information, go ahead and like the video, share it with others, and subscribe and everything, but not because of the framing bias, because you've analyzed the information, you've eliminated the framing bias, and you're doing it for the product itself. Something like that. Thanks for watching, and we'll look at some more biases in some subsequent videos.